Alrighty, all right, we're live. We are live on December 21st, Thursday. My goodness, 2023. Welcome, everyone. Oh, my. I'm telling you, it just seems like the world is so far depleted, so far gone anymore that it's like there's no turning back. I mean, the sin is just so bad in this world. I want to give it a chance for get a few people in our live chat room this morning so we can go over a few things. It's just we're living in such a dark place. Hey, brother Ed. All right, and sister Mary, you're on time. I'm early, so you guys are early. So oh my, the darkness that I see over the not just America, but the whole world is just there's so much evil in the world, and so many people, their hearts have rather than turn to God, it's turned to the things of the world, the material things of this world, and it's um I've never seen anything like it. The hate for one another. People that have just been I don't know how else to say it, but have been manipulated by Big Brother, by the powers that be, and brainwashed to believe a lie, that they would believe a lie. And we're seeing so much of it. Ice water running through. Yeah, you got that right. You got that right. Ice water running through their veins. I'm telling you, the love of so many has waxed cold. Brother Ed said Iceland. Oh wow! I just watched a short volcano foot. Yeah, that's something else going on there. The Iceland volcano eruption, but I don't know if it's going to cause a great deal of uh, damage. I'm not sure. I know they have the towns evacuated, so we'll pray for the people there. And the Blue Lagoon, and the Blue Lagoon. But getting back to, I know what a lot of people say about Christmas and being pagan, but it just doesn't feel like the spirit of Christmas is gone. Even that is gone. Um, I just don't really understand. I see so many things during my day out and about, and um, people are just treating people terribly. I can remember a time when people would pull together, and if one neighbor was hurting in any way, the other neighbors would come in and cut the grass and cook the meals and clean the house for them. Neighbors don't even talk to each other anymore. They don't want to be bothered. They kind of park their car and make sure if the neighbor's out that they run as fast as they can to get in the house and slam the door because they don't want to talk. They don't want to be bothered. I see that here where I live. I see that, and I see it with the homeless too. There's so many people, they just don't really care, and they'll have every excuse in the world for God that it's the economy, stupid. I can't give and help anybody right now when the prices is Bidenomics, and that's malarkey. You know, there's so many ways you could bless another person, but we don't bless anyone. We have the Pope blessing same-sex marriage. Isn't that something? Did you see that? And how can you be against something and then give it your blessing? Blessings come from God anyway. It doesn't come from a man with a fish hat on his head and wearing a dress and everybody got to kiss his ring. That's just goes against everything the Bible speaks of. But um, I don't know. Everything has gone upside down, and hey, Diane, welcome, welcome. Good morning. Everything's been tipped upside down and out of out of portion. It's just like this whole world is just. Look what's going on in the Middle East, and how could Biden and company take the Houthi rebels off of the terror watch list? Now they're regretting it and might want to try to put them back on while they're attacking our troops and attacking ships in the Red Sea. It's just so it's more than just being out and about on the street and seeing the lack of compassion, the lack of compassion in the world today. Um, I've seen it before with the homeless. I've seen people spit on them, yell and scream for them to get a job, and um, but today they don't even yell. They don't even yell at the homeless today. They don't speak. They wouldn't be bothered to yell. They look at what they've got or what God has given them. Nothing we have is because of us. It's because the places that God puts us in, the direction, the people God puts in our path that will make our way and make a way for our family to be blessed financially or otherwise, uh, being blessed with good health. But when we see other people, we're supposed to pass that on. We're supposed to pay that forward, and we don't. Hey, brother Rob, love you too, love you too. But nowadays um, they don't even waste their time to yell at the homeless people to get a job. I mean, I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like it, and this year is just so bad. People in vehicles are totally insane. It's like they are. Yeah, I know that. Now we got these roundabouts, Mary, in Michigan. These roundabouts are you're supposed to, just kind of move your way through, but you got especially the elderly people, like I'm one to talk, but they'll stop right in the middle of the roundabout. And the other car has a yield sign, so that means you can go. He's going to yield, but they stop. I love the ones that put their turn signals on in a roundabout. Praise the Lord, Flint, Michigan is open again, the downtown area. It's been so hard to get downtown Flint because they had all of Saginaw Street blocked off. They were replacing all the bricks in the brick road. But now it's open, so we're going to reach a lot more homeless. We just don't have a lot more income. People aren't given to the ministry, and I've never seen a time like this. It makes me want to throw my hands up sometime and just give up because it's like only the few that's in this room give to the ministry. Other people don't, and there's not a whole lot you can do. Ed says, no one knows what is real or fake, true or false. Yeah, 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 that's true. But I don't know this world. They're trying their best. I don't know what to think about Donald Trump. I really don't. Hi, Ike. Hi, Ike. I found some interesting things about Trump. I'm still going to vote for him. I'm going to vote for him, but because I can see what the evil agenda powers that be New World Order want to do. They want to eliminate him. They fear him. The Democratic Party, the big brother in government, the George Soros and company, they fear Donald Trump because they want to destroy America, and Trump wants to save America. So I think back, I worry about, and hear me out for a moment. I hear I remember the time I was home from school that day when John F. Kennedy was assassinated. He wanted to end the federal government. And then Bobby Kennedy, I remember when he was assassinated, taken out by an assassin's bullet. I'm really worried. My phone is just going nuts, but I'm really worried about Donald Trump because they're doing a political assassination on him. Now Colorado, they voted that a Democratic court with Democrat judges voted to take Trump off the ballot in Colorado. Now they're looking at it in um, California as well. But so I'm sure that they've appealed, and I know the Supreme Court's going to pick it up and probably undo all that. But you got to worry about his safety. But I've been looking at a lot of things and been trying to document as much as I can. A lot of stuff. Let me see if I can pull up any of my information. I got so much information. I always said the Antichrist is going to come out of obscurity. Well, I didn't say it. That's what. That's when you look at the attributes of the Antichrist. He's going to come. He's not going to be a politician. He's going to be unlike the others. He's going to be a big man. He's going to be a builder. That's why some people look at Nebuchadnezzar, but I'm looking at the one that conquered all of this land and actually built and lived in the Tower of Babel, and that was Nimrod. And Revelation 13 and Daniel 7, they're talking about a leopard and a hunter, and that's Nimrod. He was known as the leopard hunter. But I'm looking at some very close comparisons with Donald Trump and the soon to come, or if he's already here, the Antichrist. Now, Donald Trump's paternal grandmother, her name was Elizabeth Christ, Christ, Christ Trump. And she died. When did she die? June 6, 1966. 666. It's just really strange. It's strange. And the Antichrist is going to have to win over Israel, and he's going to bring about a peace treaty and confirm a covenant with many. Donald Trump has been so loved by Israel that they even made a coin after him, a figure of him. He's got a figure, a gold statue of himself in this FT. I don't remember how it's called, where he has this made. And he brought about a peace treaty in Israel that people aren't realizing. The Abraham Accords. So I'm looking at a lot of stuff. There's so much to all of this. The little horn, the beast that does the bidding of the dragon, which would be the Antichrist, the beast, and he'll have a little horn. And if you look at, I had music in school. I played the cornet for a while, but went to drums. Could trump us down, but a little horn is referencing a trump or a trumpet at the last trump. A trump or trumpet is referred to in music as the little horn. So it does so many comparisons that it's. I'm trying to find where I have that post. I don't have my notes with me. Here we go. Let me see. The Antichrist is known as the little horn. A trump or a trumpet is referred to as little horn. He confirmed the covenant with many. Donald Trump did the Abraham Accords. let's see. I'm trying to find the Middle East Peace Accord or uh, covenant. Israel favors Donald Trump. They love Donald Trump. Jewish coin with his face on it. There is a Jewish coin with Donald Trump's face on it. Settlements in Israel named after him, after Donald Trump. These settlements in Israel. Son-in-law Jewish and friends with Bibi Netanyahu. Daughter converts to Judaism. Grandkids are raised Jewish. Son-in-law owned and sold property from Trump, and the address in New York City was West 666th Street. Just before he elected, the list goes on. I mean, there's just, I don't know what to think. I mean, there's so much more. There's so much more with the building and the tower and Trump living in a tower and reference to New York City being not in America, but New York City being a port city and being Mystery Babylon. I don't know. I just don't know what to think. So it's even got Chrissy scratching her head. She's like, I don't know. I think he's really fitting all of but time will tell. I know the Antichrist is here. I know we are ready to go home and we're ready to fly, but that's just kind of chilling. Um, uh, Trump, I think, is not gonna. I think he's gonna. What worries me is about this head wound, deadly head wound that is healed. I'm worried about an assassination attempt on Donald Trump. I really am, because none of their political interference, none of their the Biden crime family, none of their uh, political interference, presidential election interference, I should say. None of it's working, and coming from the Supreme Court of the United States could put a kibosh on all of it, all of the court trials and all of the whole 9 yards. He wasn't. That's right, Mary. Put your trust in Jesus, not in man. I don't put my trust in no man, but that's what I'm worried about. We're going to have to see how all of this plays out. But my main concern is that people just, where's the love? Where's the love anymore? I see it now. They've opened up downtown Flint, and Christy and I are going to Detroit Saturday. And while we're there, we're going to visit my sister. But there's homeless on every single corner, everywhere in Detroit and in Flint. And just like, I've been talking to him. I talked to that one gentleman, and no one helps them. No one, they don't ask for money. They either want a job or some food or a shelter, and we can't even get shelter for these people anymore. We'll get some clothes donated, and then we don't have any gas to go out and deliver anything. No food to pass out, and it's difficult because we want to preach the word to them, but we know they're hungry. We know their stomach is turning. You ever try to go on a diet and you went a whole day with nothing to eat? Try being like the homeless. They go 3 or 4 days with no food at all, none at all, and it's just sad to see the churches all around don't do anything. They used to have the soup kitchen on Fenton Road, just past Atherton in Flint, where they could at least in that area of Flint and Burton, they could go and get a hot meal at lunchtime. They don't do it anymore. They took the sign down. They don't serve them food anymore. So it's just, and there's no resources for them because they can't even get into the homeless shelter because they don't have identification. So, it's just such a sad situation. And I feel like there's not, my hands are tied, and I just don't know. I don't know, but Hearts have grown. That's right, Rob. Hearts have grown so cold. They've grown so cold. We are in the end days. Yeah, we are. We are. But soon we're going to find whose name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life. That's for sure. And we follow the scriptures and the sheep and the goats. That's a good one because I think that we're going to be held accountable for the things we do and the things we don't do. And the rich get richer. My grandmother used to say the rich get richer and the poor get food stamps. They don't even have that anymore. In Michigan, they got a bridge card, and it's funny. The homeless can't even get that, so they don't get the paper food stamps. They don't even get that. They can't have anything. So it's like we're that's right. That's right. We're going home, and don't think I'm not without problems when I get up there. Do you have? No, I don't have cryptocurrency. No noble gold from Pastor Dave. Oh, but that's another thing with like our ministry. We're not selling anything. People like Christmas. People they're excited over opening presents. They want something. They want to pay and go on Amazon and buy stuff. Then they're whole, I'm so excited. My box is coming today. They don't want to give. They want to receive. Every day is Christmas. I want to receive. I want to go spoil myself. I'm going to get on eBay and I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff and I can't wait. While my brother over here has nothing. He just had his electricity turned off. Well, that's not my problem. God looks at that. That's not my problem. Oh, my. But people don't realize when you give to the poor, you receive. God receives that. And then God returns and blesses you. He will always bless, but they don't want that blessing because they can't physically at the time touch it. They can't get excited and, I'm going to look. Oh, look what I got. They want that. That's what they want. They want that present. And then they don't realize their gifts are not here in this material world. God gives us. We're all blessed. Everyone in this room right now, we're blessed because we got internet. We got a roof over our head. We can go in and get a drink of water. Even if it's out of the tap. It's cleaner than what the poor get. We got food in our belly. We're going Christmas shopping. We're put up that pagan tree, and that's okay. But think about the people that don't have, what are they going to do on Christmas? They're going to be hungry and remembering Christmas past when they weren't poor, when they weren't broke, when they had that spirit of Christmas, when they had that joy. And I don't care about getting and receiving. I get joy out of giving. Don't you? I get joy out of giving. Yes, they buy useless stuff and then it piles up. I know a lot of people that are like that. Not me, but except with my hats. I got a lot of hats, but Michigan is not too bad right now. It's snowed. We got snow on the ground, but it's supposed to be Christmas and the day after, like in the 50s. So the weather's okay, but I don't know. People are just hurting and suffering, and it's just unreal the things that are happening in the world today. I just don't know what to think about anymore. Let me see if we can find some something of interest here. Let's see. Pray for our ministry. Trumpetofgodministries.com. Trumpetofgodministries.com if you want to help our ministry. Harvard President Claudine Gay faces 4 new allegations of plagiarism, with 7 publications she's written being probed over claims entire paragraphs were lifted from other sources. That's the lady that, when they went to before Congress, she would not condemn the killing of Jewish people. She would not condemn that. And people, $1 million donations, millionaires giving money to Harvard, and they pulled it, their money back, but she didn't care. Harvard don't care. Let's see what else we got. What's about this little, a shark almost gets, oh my gosh. The little girl's on the beach, and here comes a big shark. I know you can't see it, but whoa, she got out just in time. Kim Jong-un warns he is prepared to nuke the United States if he's provoked anymore. Multiple people dead and injured in Prague. School shooting, my goodness. You see what I mean? The world is just, people are killing one another, threatening nuclear war. Yeah, Kim Jong-un, he never threatened the United States when Trump was the president. Real life Godzilla, giant Japanese, look at this stuff in the news. Blue dragon terrorized Pacific seas, and scientists say they've never seen anything like it. What the, my goodness. But this world is just going to hell in a handbasket. Going to hell in a hand. We got fall weather here. It's kind of like fall. I had a friend tell me that lives in Tennessee say it's in the mid 60s. So that's their flannel shirt weather. And I said, in Michigan, and the weather's in the mid 60s, that's tank top and shorts weather. So, but I am just so blessed to be cancer free. I am just so grateful to God. I'm working on my book. It's almost finished. So hard to write and remember my memories going back to being, this is when I'm coming out of the coma. I'm in what's called specialty hospital. It's a part of the ICU in McLaren. It's an extension of their ICU. It's a specialty care for critical patients. So I'm coming out of the coma and I can't talk. Yeah, I'm cancer free. Because I have this trach in my throat, and I can remember them nurses trying to turn me, and me screaming. My hip was in excruciating pain. I remember these things. I can remember 2 of the nurses' aides, 3 of them, but the one in particular, she's not, I wouldn't say old, but she's probably in her 50s or 60s, saying this and saying this poor old guy. She said, I ought to just take this pill and put it over his face and put him out of his misery. And I'm like, I can't respond. I heard what you said. You were going to want to smother me. So I'm telling you, the things that I'm putting in this book and that are all true. And the dreams, whether they're real or hallucinations, and God spared my life from all of it. He the one that fought for me, God, Jesus. He just kept pulling me up, pulling me up, pulling me up. So I know I'm here for a reason. I'm here. I want to go into rapture, but I don't know. I've just never seen a time like this. But I love you guys. Pray for our ministry. I'm sending your cards. I got that beautiful card yesterday, Christmas card. And pray for our ministry. Do you believe you see? Yes, I know I have. I have on three different occasions. I have. and they're in the male form, and they're very tall. They're tall as if in your normal house, the ceiling, they couldn't physically stand straight up. They would have to kind of hunch over. And I've seen it 3 times. I've seen them manifest like smoke or film. I'm like looking out of the corner of my eye, and this film is manifesting up to the ceiling, and then there's no wings, but I see a male figure, and he's so big and powerful, and he's bent over. And that was every different phases in my life when something happened. The things that come into people's heads, yeah, it's crazy. I swore that I was in that specialty care, and I swear that my stepson Brock was the nurse. And I'm trying to holler with a trach in my throat, Brock, Brock, Brock. And why wouldn't you come in? Then he came in and laughed at me, but that wasn't real. It's probably medication or who knows. But, oh yeah, the things I remember. It's hard to write because I don't want to relive that. That's what gave me the PTSD and the anxiety. But I have to tell the story. So I know God wants me to tell the story to be an encouragement to so many others. The biggest takeaway from this is going to be God hearing our prayers and answering from heaven. The people that prayed for me, the stories in this book of the dialysis technician that stood there while I had this tube coming out of my jugular vein, and that's where they put the dialysis in, kneeling at my side, and my wife kneeling on the floor, and them two holding hands and praying over me and praying over me because he was a Christian and praying, and they didn't care what anybody said. They didn't care if they got people looking at them funny. My wife prayed outside of the ICU and on her knees to where they had COVID going on, and you had to wear the mask. She flooded. She said I kept flooding the mask, and I had to get another mask. And then the tears, and she was crying, and she kept flooding through the mask. And it's just amazing. I don't want to give the whole book away, but the powerful prayers that went out, the powerful prayers that even the nurses were praying. It was, and they were in astonishment as I was recovering. None of them thought I was going to make it, So here I am, wanting coffee, and they were just so joy. They were crying. One nurse cried. I remember her crying. She said, "I'm so glad you're here." She said, "You know how many times we thought we lost you?" And so God is good. He's good all the time. He's good all the time. And he wants to hear our prayers, and he wants to answer our prayers. So keep the faith. Keep believing that Jesus is coming. He's coming. He's coming quickly. And pray. There's nothing like that communication. You don't have to go to a man and get your prayer request put up. Pray right to the source. Pray to Jesus. Pray to him. He's listening. He's listening. He wants a direct conversation with you. He don't want you telling John over here and John trying to relate the story. You ever tell a story and by the time it gets to 3 people, the story's changed? God doesn't want that. He wants the direct story from you. He don't want it secondhand information. Jesus doesn't like secondhand information. Go to him. Go to him in prayer and watch how he works. I love you guys. Pray for our ministry, and I'll see you guys in probably a little bit later today. I love you all.